Yes, now we'll start with the HTML syntax, right? To learn any programs, you have to learn first the framework of the programs, in the sense that like a syntax, you have to learn the syntax. How to write the program, if you learn, you can write hundreds, thousands of programs, right? First, we have to learn the framework, or say what we will call it as a syntax of the program. So we'll start here. The current W3 recommendation of the HTML is a HTML 4.01 version. That's a specification we stated in the 99. In that specification, the syntax for marking up documents was defined and centered around using the elements and attributes, right? Whatever we are learning, that is a HTML 4.01. Again, if you write this HTML 4.01 on the any browser, even though if it is supporting a HTML5, again which will be supporting a HTML 4.01. Clear? So base we are learning here HTML 4.01, that specification. First points, elements and attributes. As I told, HTML elements, what we will call HTML elements in the previous concept we learned, HTML elements we will call it as a tags only. Clear? What are the HTML elements, or what are the tags and attributes? What are the attributes we will learn here. HTML documents are composed of a textual content and HTML elements. The term HTML element is often used interchangeably with the term tag. You can call it as a tag, or you can call it as a HTML element. Both are okay. However, an HTML element is more expansive term and encompasses the elements names within the angle brackets, right? How can we write a HTML elements or the tags? We are using a angle brackets, that is a less than and greater than symbol. You can see here that angle brackets we will call. We are using this angle bracket to represent the tag, right? Which we are using the representation of the tag. Angle brackets are used to represent the tags and the content within the tag, right? We are representing the content using the HTML by using the tags here, right? So let me take one example. Okay, hi, good morning. It is a paragraph, small paragraph. I consider hi, good morning. Then how can I display this on a browser? By using HTML page. To display this browser, we need a tag. What we called it as a paragraph, no? Then a paragraph tag is available. It's an angle bracket. You are writing it as a paragraph here. A P represent a paragraph. P represent paragraph. This angle bracket P is represents a paragraph. That we will call it as a tag here. This is a tag. So many of the tags, not all, many of the tags which are started, they should end. Many of the tags, not all, many of the tags which are started here should end here, right? That's a one more something like a rule you can consider. An HTML element or tag is identified in a HTML document by the tags. As I told, a tag consists of element name within the angle brackets. What the tag is considered? Tag is considering a name within the angle brackets. What is the name here? You are given a P. P is the name given to the tag as a paragraph within the angle brackets. The element name appears in both beginning tag and closing tag. This is a beginning tag and it's a closing tag, which consists of forward slash. This is a closing tag is a forward slash, which consists of forward slash followed by the element's name. Again, all the enclosed within the angle brackets. It represents the closing tag. The closing tag acts like off switch for on switch, which is started as a starting tag. What? It's a starting tag, it's a closing tag. We can call it as a on switch, and we can call it as a off switch, right? You are started here and you are closed here. That is the meaning of this one. Now here a part of HTML element, right? Some syntax like they given here. See here, here we will consider this one example. Here one example. It's a anchor tag. We consider it as an anchor tag. A is a anchor tag which is started here, and which is ended here. It's a opening tag. It's a closing tag. It is a content. Central Park, what we are considering here, it is a content. Now what is the title here? Elements and attributes. We considered one more point it as an attribute. You know HTML element, we will call it as a tag. How to write the tag? Everything you represent it here. What about attributes? Now we will learn something like attribute. HTML element can also contain the attribute. An HTML attribute is a name value pair that provides more information about the HTML elements. What is HTML attribute? HTML attribute is a name value pair that provides more information about the HTML elements, right? Here we will consider attribute. This H reference is equal to some this is a URL. We considered it as a URL. Okay, this is completely we will consider it as an attribute and opening tag, and it's a element name. What's the element name? A. What's the attribute here? H reference is equal to this URL. What's the opening tag? In an angle bracket you are considering as a. What's the content? Central park. Central park. What's the closing tag? It's a forward slash and a. This is a closing tag. How to write here the HTML element with the attributes. In XHTML, attribute values had to be enclosed in a quotes, something a variation. XHTML we told it as a stricter version of a XML. In HTML5, the quotes are optional, though many web authors still maintain the practice of closing attributes values in a quotes. There you consider a quotes here, that quotes they are mentioning here. An empty element does not contain any text content. Instead, it is an instruction to the browser to do something. Perhaps the most common element is an image. Here image, they are considered here it as an image. So it's a started here, closed. There is no closing tag of image like a forward slash of a img. You are representing img here, image src is a given here, is equal to file path. Here you are mentioning a file name with a file path in a double quotes and closing here only. Trailing slashes in an image here, it's a closing here only. You are not considering like a image slash of image for the closing up. Definitely here you are closing here only within the images. Okay, we will execute one program on this one. Just we are taking a notepad plus IDE. You can consider a notepad plus IDE for executing a content. So to start here, you have to consider it's a document type as a HTML in a angle brackets with a exclamatory mark. HTML is a opening HTML and closing HTML is a these are the tags you are using for writing of HTML document. Title, you are writing a title here. What is the title? A very small program. This is a title you are giving for this HTML page. Now you are having a head portion and you are having a body portion. You are having a head portion and you are having a body portion. We are writing here a paragraph. P is a opening tag, here it is a closing tag, and this is a content what we are considering. Here in a head part we are consider one paragraph, in a body part we are consider one paragraph and one heading, right? We will execute this code. How to execute? Either you can execute it by using a browser, or you can use a local host for execution, right? Local host, here it is a local host like XAMPP. I used a XAMPP for the local host. You can use a XAMPP control panel, right? For running XAMPP, we will learn this in a later words. Just we will using the browser, we will run this code, right? Run here, run by using a Google Chrome. You can run here, right? You will get here the paragraph and headings, right? Equivalent statement. This is a simple document with a not much content. That's a paragraph you consider. Again H1, it's a header. I think 7 headings are there, H1 to H7. It's a H1 heading, my first heading, and my first paragraph. There is a paragraph, you are written one more paragraph, here is a one paragraph, two paragraphs you are written, and this will be the output.